Hey guys, and welcome to another Polymer clay tutorial. Today we are going to create the legendary card, the Lock, finally from Clash Royale. I know that some of you have been waiting for a very long time for this tutorial. I am honestly sorry that it took me so long to create the Lock from Clash Royale. I didn't even find the poll results from this poll we once made. I'm really sorry. I had just no idea how to create the Lock in an interesting way because, let's face it, just to create this tree trunk with the thorns looks boring. But finally I came up with a nice idea with the skeleton to tell a tiny story. So let's jump in, let's create the Lock scenery together. Now the tree trunk is created out of brown clay and I'm just putting in some ochre for what's that called in the tree? I would say grain or texture of the tree. Here we go for some more texture on the edge. And of course we will also create the annual rings inside this ochre. I'm using just my needle tool for that, and it's very easy to create when you just turn around the trunk in your hand, when you just roll it like that. Here we go. Okay, what is missing for the Lock? Of course, the silver thorns. To be honest, I haven't played the Lock a lot. I have the card, of course, who don't have. But I never created a deck with a Lock which worked great. I rather use the Zap. And maybe a fireball when there are huge groups of skeletons and minions together. But normally I can just work with the Zap perfectly. So this is why I haven't used the Lock a lot, but it's quite cheap. Just 2 elixir to play. I think this is pretty fair. Now these 3 thorns will be added after oven hardening, and now we will create the scenery, and I wanted it to be a bit crooked because it should look like as if the Lock would roll downhill, and therefore the underground had to be a bit crooked. Yeah. Adding the texture as always. I did that in many Clash Royale tutorials before. Here we go. Yeah, and I'm still playing Clash Royale. I have recently been kicked out of my clan. I think because I was a little bit inactive. Haven't been playing a lot lately because I needed time. Whoop, hello, skeleton army. I needed some time to get into the new update and to get familiar with the clan wars. But now that I completely understood the clan war concept, I'm playing again. And it's still pretty nice to play 3 or 4 games a day, and that's it. Yeah. So if you're still interested in playing with me together, we should totally start a clan together. I can't be kicked out of my own clan, I guess. Yeah. For the grass details, I even used my toothbrush, but the best way is still to use a scalpel or any kind of needle to make all these tiny dots. Just adding some more grass to the edge, and it looks great. And well, we need some more grass details because the Lock is throwing it all into the air, and this big one will be the flower. I thought it would be just funny when the skeleton he put his sword down, sticks it into the ground because he don't want to fight He doesn't want to fight anymore, and well, he's collecting flowers, and he has a great day until this big log is killing him. Yeah, here we go. Hello, skeleton. You remember my skeleton army tutorial? I'm just showing some steps on how to create the skeleton. I'm using a paperclip for that. If you want to see the full tutorial, I'll link it. Just click on the eye in the right upper corner. Now we can place the skeleton, or at least make some footmarks on the glass. And we have to remove the sword in order to get the flower in there. Yeah, nice guy. Oh, he's so peaceful. And then he is killed by the log. Let's go into the oven. Freshly baked log and flour and stand. And all we have to do is to glue and assemble everything with some super glue I'm using. So we start with the 3 thorns at first. And this is the final version of the log. It's already finished. And now we will place it onto the stand. Therefore, I'm using my hand drill. Just make a tiny hole. And I'm using some glue for the hole, that it sticks onto the wire. And maybe you have already seen it in the thumbnail. I used some wool for this rolling effect. It is always quite difficult to create something out of clay which is supposed to be in which is moving. And well, this log is rolling and flying through the air, and I thought a great way to show this effect is to use the wool. Yeah, it looks a bit like in comics. I think this is okay. Yeah, don't forget to stick the sword into the ground, because this guy, this skeleton, has decided to become peaceful. With all his enemies. And now we are gluing some pieces of mud and dirt and some stones and also the grass pieces into the wool, and it already looks so amazing. Just adding some more details, and well, maybe we can even add some more skeletons. They will laugh about this guy. I guess that's it! The log! Guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. As always, please let me know what you think about this tutorial. Write it down in the comments. I guess that's it for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, have a great weekend. See you soon. Bye! What's that sound?